Everyone, please enjoy the show. I will see you all at intermission.
If music be the food of love, play on. Give me excess of it, that surfeiting the appetite may sicken and so die. Let's try it again. Had a dying fall. Came over my ear like the sweet sound that breathes upon a bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Enough! No more! It's not so sweet now as it was before. O spirit of love, how quick and fresh art thou, that notwithstanding thy capacity receiveth as the sea, naught enters there, of what validity and pitch soe'er, but falls into abatement and low price, even in a minute. So full of shapes this fancy that it alone is high fantastical. Ah!
Will you go hunt, my lord?
What curio?
The hart.
Why, so I do. The noblest that I have. Oh, when mine eyes did see Olivia first, methought she purged the air of pestilence. That instant was I turned into a hart, and my desires, like fell and cruel hounds, ere since pursue me. Come out! What news from her?
From her handmaid do return this answer. The element itself, till 7 years heat, shall not behold her face at ample view, but like a cloistress she will veiled walk, and water once a day her chamber round with eye-offending brine. All this to season a brother's dead love, which she would keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
Oh, she that hath a heart of that fine frame, to pay instead of love but to a brother, how will she love when the rich golden shaft hath killed the flock of all affections else that live in her? When liver, brain, and heart, these sovereign thrones are all supplied and filled her sweet perfections with one self-same king. Away before me, to sweet beds of flowers. Love thoughts lie rich when canopied with bowers.
This is Illyria, lady.
And what should I do in Illyria? My brother, he's in Elysium. Perchance he is not drowned. What think you, sailor?
It is perchance that you yourself were saved.
Oh, my poor brother. So perchance may he be.
And to comfort you with chance, assure yourself, after our ship did split, when you and those poor numbers saved with you hung on our driving boat, I saw your brother, most provident in peril, bind himself. Courage and hope, both teaching him the practice, to a strong mast that lived upon the sea, where like Orion on the dolphin's back, I saw him hold acquaintance with the waves, so long as I could see.
For saying so, there's gold. Mine own escape unfoldeth to my hope, where to thy speech serves for authority the like of him. Knowest thou this country?
Well, madam, for I was bred and born not 3 hours' travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature as in name.
What is his name?
Orsino.
Orsino. I have heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And so is now, or was so very late. For but a month ago I went from hence, and then as you know what great ones do, the less we'll prattle of, that he did seek the love of fair Olivia,
What's she?
a virtuous maid, the daughter of a count, that died some 12 months since, then leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, who shortly also died, for whose dear love they say she hath abjured the company and sight of men.
Oh, that I served that lady, and might not be delivered to this world till I had made mine own occasion mellow what my estate is.
That were hard to compass, because she will admit no kind of suit, no, not the Duke's.
There is a fair behavior in thee, Captain, and though that nature with a beauteous wall doth oft close in pollution, yet of thee I will believe thou hast a mind that suits with this thy fair and outward character. I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously, conceal me what I am, and be my aid, for such disguise as haply shall become the form of my intent. I'll serve this Duke. Thou shalt present me as a eunuch to him. It may be worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music that will allow me very worth his service. What else mayhap, to time I will commit, only shape thou thy silence to my wit.
Be you his eunuch, and I'll your mute be. When my tongue blabs, let mine eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
My niece to take the death of her brother thus. Ugh, I'm sure care's an enemy to life.
By my troth, Sir Toby, you must come in earlier a night. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exceptions to your ill hours.
Let her accept before accepted.
I bet you must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? I'll confine myself no finer than I am. These clothes be good enough to drink in, so be these boots, and they be not. Let them hang themselves in their own straps.
That quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady speak of it yesterday, and of a young knight that you brought in one here to be her wooer.
Who, Sir Andrew Aguchi?
Aye, he.
Ha! He's as tall as any man's in Illyria.
Oh, what's that to the purpose?
He has 3,000 ducats a year.
Aye, but he'll have but a year in all those ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal.
Fie that you say so. He plays on the viol de gamboys, and he speaks 3 or 4 languages, word for word. And he hath all the good gifts of nature.
He hath indeed. Almost natural. For besides that he is a fool, he is a great quarreler. And but that he hath the gift of a coward to allay the gust he hath in quarreling, 'tis said among the prudent that he would quickly have the gift of a grave.
By this hand, they are scoundrels and subtractors that say so. Who are they?
They that add, moreover, he is drunk nightly in your company.
With drinking healths to my niece? Why, I'll drink to her as long as there is passage in my throat.
Toby Belch! How now, Sir Toby Belch?
Sir Andrew!
Ooh, bless you, fair shrew.
And you, sir?
Sir Andrew, of course.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Good Mistress Accost. I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Good Mistress Mary Accost.
You mistake, knight. Accost is front her, board her, woo her, assail her.
My troth, is that the meaning of accost?
Fare you well, gentlemen.
And thou let part so, Sir Andrew, thou mightst never have honor again.
And you part so, mistress, I would I might never have honor again. Fair lady, do you think you have fools in hand?
Why, sir, I have not you in me.
Marry, but you shall have. And here's my hand.
It's dry, sir.
Why, I think so. Not such an ass, but I can keep my hand dry. But what's your jest?
It's a dry jest, sir.
Are you full of them?
Aye, sir, I have them at my fingers' ends. Marry, now I let go your hand. I am barren.
Oh, knight. When did I see thee so put down?
Never. You think sometimes I have no more wit than a Christian or an ordinary man has. But I am a great eater of beef, and I believe that does harm to my wit.
No question.
I'll ride home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Oh, pourquoi, my dear knight?
What is pourquoi? Do or not do? Would I had bestowed that time in the tongues that I have in fencing, dancing, and bear baiting. Oh, had I but followed the arts.
Then hadst thou had an excellent head of hair.
Why, would that have mended my hair?
Past question, for thou seest it does not curl by nature.
But it becomes me well enough, does not?
Excellent. It hangs like flax from a distaff, and I hope to see a hussif take thee between her legs and spin it off!
Hey! I'll home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece will not be seen, and if it be, it's 4 to 1 she'll none of me. The Duke himself here hard by woos her.
Oh, she'll none of the Duke. She'll not match above her degree, neither in estate, years, nor wit. I've heard her swear it. Tut, man, there's life in it,
I'll stay a month longer.
Hey!
I'm a fellow of the strangest mind in the world. I delight in masks and revels, sometimes all together.
Art thou good at these kickshaws this night?
As any man in Illyria, whatsoever he be.
What is thy excellence in a galliard, knight?
I can cut a caper.
Ooh.
And I think I have the back trick, simply as strong as any man in Illyria.
Wherefore are these things hid? Wherefore have these gifts a curtain before them? Why dost thou not go to church in a galliard and come home in a corrento? Why, my very walk should be a jig. I would not so much as make water, but in a sink apace. What dost thou mean? Is it a world to hide virtues in?
Shall we set about some revels?
Let me see thee caper. Oh! Higher! Higher! Woo! Excellent!
If the Duke continued these favors towards you, Cesario, you are like to be much advanced. He hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
You either fear his humor or my negligence if you call in question the continuance of his love. Is he inconstant, sir, in his favors?
No, believe me.
I thank you. Here comes the Duke.
Who saw Cesario ho?
On your attendance, my lord, here.
Stand you a while aloof. Cesario, thou knowst no less but all. I have unclasped to thee the book, even of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Be not denied access. Stand at her doors and tell her, there thy fixed foot shall grow till thou have audience.
Sure, my noble lord, if she be so abandoned to her sorrows as it is spoke, she never will admit me.
Be clamorous and leave all civil bounds rather than make a profited return.
Say I do speak to her, my lord. What then?
Oh, then. Unfold the passion of my love. Surprise her with discourse of my dear faith. It will become thee well to act my woes. She will attend it better in thy youth than in a nuncio's more grave aspect.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it. For they shall yet belie thy happy years that say thou art a man. Diana's lip is not more smooth and rubious. Thy small pipe is as the maiden's organ, shrill and sound, and all is semblative a woman's part. I know thy constellation is right apt for this affair. Some 4 or 5 attend him, all, if you will, for I myself am best when least in company. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord, to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady.
Yet a barful strife. Whoe'er I woo, myself would be his wife.
Hey, I My lady will hang you for thy absence.
Ooh. Let her hang me. He that is well hanged in this world needs to fear no colors.
Make that good.
Ye shall see, none to fear.
A good Lenten answer. Yet you will be hanged for being so long absent. Or to be turned away. Is that not as good as a hanging?
Many a good hanging prevents a bad marriage. And for turning away, let summer bear it out.
Oh, peace, you rove. No more of that. Well, here comes my lady. Make your excuse wisely. You were best.
Wit and be thy will, put me into good fooling. Those wits that think they have thee do very oft prove fools. And I that am sure I lack thee may pass for a wise man. What says Quinapolis? Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. God bless thee, lady.
Take the fool away.
You not hear, fellows, take away the lady.
Go to, you're a dry fool. I'll know more of you. Besides, you grow dishonest.
2 faults, Madonna, that drink and good counsel will amend. For give the dry fool drink, then is the fool not dry. Bid the dishonest man mend himself, and if he mend, he is no longer dishonest. The lady bade take away the fool. Therefore again I say, take her away.
Sir, I bade them take away you.
Misprision in the highest degree. Lady, the clothes don't make the man. That's as much to say as I wear not motley in my brain. Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, good Madonna.
Make your proof?
I must catechize you for it, Madonna.
For want of other idleness, I'll abide your proof.
Good Madonna. Why mourn'st thou?
Good fool, for my brother's death.
I think his soul's in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
The more fool, Madonna, to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the fool, gentlemen.
What think you of this fool, Malvolio? Doth he not mend?
Yes. Shall do till the pangs of death shake him. Infirmity that decays the wise doth ever make the better fool.
God send you, sir, a speedy infirmity, for the better increasing your folly. Sir Toby will be sworn that I am no fox, but he will not pass his word for tuppence that you are no fool.
What say you to that, Malvolio?
I marvel that your ladyship takes such delight in such a barren rascal. I saw him put down the other day with an ordinary fool that has no more brain than a stone. Look you now, he's out of his guard already. Unless you laugh and minister occasion to him, he is gagged. I protest. I take these wise men that crow so at these Sept kind of fools, no better than the fool's zanies.
You are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distempered appetite. To be generous and guiltless and of free disposition is to take those things for bird bolts that you deem cannon bullets.
Madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman much desires to speak with you.
Duke Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam. He is a fair young youth and much well attended.
Well, who keeps him in delay at my gates?
Sir Toby, your kinsman, madam.
Fetch him off, I pray you. He speaks nothing but madman. Fie on him. Go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Duke, I am sick. Or not at home. What you will to dismiss it. See you, sir, how your fooling grows old and people dislike it. Oh, by mine honor, half drunk, cousin Toby. What is he at the gates?
A Gimmelton?
A gentleman? What gentleman?
There's a gentleman here. Oh, a plague of these pickled herrings. Sarge! How now, Sarge?
Good Sir Toby.
Cousin! How have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lechery? Oh, I defy lechery. There's one at the gate.
Hi, Mary, what is he?
When be the devil anyway, I care not. Give me face, say I.
It's all one.
What is a drunken man like, fool?
Like a drowned man, a fool, and a madman. The first draft makes him a fool, the second mads him, and the third drowns him.
Go thou and seek out the coroner, for my cousin is drowned. Go, look after him.
He is but mad yet, Madonna, and the fool will look to the madman.
Madam, yon young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He takes on it to understand so much and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have a foreknowledge of that too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, lady? He is fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
Has been told so. And he says he'll stand at your door like the sheriff's post and be the support of your bench, but he'll speak with you.
Well, what kind of man is he?
Why, a man. Kind.
What manner man?
A very ill manner. He'll speak with you, will you or no?
Of what personage in years is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy. As a squash is before 'tis a peas cod, or a codling when 'tis almost an apple. 'Tis with him in standing water between boy and man. He's very well favoured, and he speaks very shrewishly. One would think his mother's milk was scarce out of him.
Let him approach. Calling my gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman! I take calls.
Come, give me my veil. Throw it over my face. We will once more hear of Sino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house. Which is she?
Speak to me, sir. I shall answer for her. Your will?
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I would be loath to cast away my speech, for besides that it is excellently well penned, I have taken great pains to learn it.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I have studied and that questions out of my parts. Good gentleman, give me modest assurance if you be the lady of the house so I can proceed with my speech.
Are you a comedian?
Oh, my profound heart. And yet by the very fangs of malice I swear I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Well, certain if you are she, you do usurp yourself, for what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But this is for my commission. I will on with my speech in your praise, and then show you the heart of my message.
Come to what is important in it. I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I took great pains to study it. And 'tis poetical.
'Tis more the like to be feigned. I pray you keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gate, and allowed your approach rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief. 'Tis not the time of moon with me to make one into skipping a dialogue.
Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No good, swabber. I'm to hull here a little longer.
Tell me your mind.
I am a messenger.
Oh, sure it is to deliver some hideous matter when the courtesy of it is so fearful. Speak your office.
I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. My words are as full of peace as matter. I hold the olive in my hand.
Yet you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared to me have I learned from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are as secret as a maidenhead. To your ears, divinity. To any others, profanation.
Give us the place alone. We will hear this divinity. Now, sir, What is your text?
Most sweet lady.
Ah, comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
Oh, in his bosom. What chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method, in the first of his heart.
I have read it, 'tis heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text. But we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir, such a one I was this present. Is it not well done?
Excellently done, if God did all.
'Tis in grain, sir, 'twill endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty truly blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive if you would lead these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will hand out divers schedules of my beauty, and it will be inventoried, and every particle and utensil labeled to my will, as item, 2 lips, indifferent red, item, 2 gray eyes, with lids to them, item, 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you. Oh, such love could be but recompense, though you were crowned a nonpareil of beauty.
How does he love me?
With adorations, with fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. Yet I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, of great estate, of fresh and stainless youth, in voices well divulged, free, learned, and valiant, and in the dimension and shape of nature a generous person. But yet I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why, what would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of contented love, and sing them loud, even in the dead of night. Hallow thy name to the reverberate hills, and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia! Oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state as well.
I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. Let him send no more. I cannot love him, unless perchance you come to me again to tell me how he takes it. Fare thee well. Thank you for your pains. Spin this for me.
I am no feed post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Love make his heart of flint that you should love, and let your fervor, like my master's, be placed in contempt. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortune, yet my state as well. I am a gentleman. Oh, I'll be sworn thou art. Thy tongue, thy face, thy limbs, action and spirit do give thee fivefold blazon. Oh, not so fast, so oft, Even so quickly may one catch the plague. Methinks I feel this youth's perfection with a subtle and invisible stealth to creep in at mine eye. Well, let it be. What ho, Malvolio!
Here, madam, at your service.
Run! After that same peevish messenger, Orsino's man. He did leave. This ring. After him, would I or not. Tell him all, none of it. Desire him not to flatter with his lord, nor hold him up with hopes. I am not for him. If that the youth would come to me again, I'll give him reason for it. Hi thee, Malvolio!
Madam, I will.
I know not what, and fear to find mine eye too great a flatterer for my mind. Fate, show thy force. Ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed will be, and be this so. Woo!
Will you stay no longer? Nor will you not that I go with you?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore I must crave of you your leave that I may bear my evils alone. It would be a bad recompense of your love to lay any of them on you.
Let me yet know of you whither you are bound.
No, sooth, sir. My determinate voyage is mere extravagancy. But I can perceive in you so excellent a touch of modesty that you will not extort from me what I am willing to keep in. Therefore, it falls on me in the matters to express myself. You must know of me then, Antonio. My name is Sebastian, that I called Rodrigo. My father was that Sebastian of Mezzalene, who I know you have heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. Oh, if the heavens had been so pleased, would we had so ended. But you, sir, altered that. For some time before you took me from the breach of the sea, was my sister drowned.
Alas the day.
A lady, sir. And though it was said she much resembled me, was by many accounted beautiful. And though I cannot with such estimable wonder over far believe that, yet thus far I was still boldly publish her. She bore a mind that envy could not but call fair. She is drowned already, sir, in salt water, though I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, sir, your bad entertainment.
Oh, good Antonio, forgive me your trouble.
You would not murder me for my love. Let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill him whom you have recovered, desire it not. Fare you well at once. My bosom is full of kindness, and yet I am so near the manners of my mother that, upon the least occasion more, my eyes will tell tales of me. I am off to the Duke Orsino's court. Farewell!
The gentleness of all the gods go with thee! I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else would I very shortly see thee there. But, come what may, I do adore thee so. That danger shall seem sport, and I will go.
Well, not you even now with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir, at a moderate pace I have since arrived, but hither.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains to take it away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you should put your lord into a desperate assurance that she'll none of him. And one thing more, that you be never so hardy to come again in his affairs, unless it be to report your lord's taking of this. You see, so.
She took the ring of me, I'll none of it.
Come, sir, you peevishly threw it to her, and her will is it be so returned. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies in your eye. If not, his that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outsides have not charmed her. She made good view of me. Indeed, so much methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak in starts distractedly. Oh, she loves me, sure. The cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring. Why, he sent her none. I am the man. If it be so as 'tis, poor lady, she were better love a dream. Disguise, I see thou art a wickedness wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy is it for the proper false in women's waxen hearts to set their forms? Alas, our frailty's the cause, not we, for such we are made of, such we be. How will this badge? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him. And she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, thou will ask the day, what thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? O time, thou must untangle this. Aye, 'tis too hard a knot for me to untie.
Coach, Sir Andrew. Not to be abed after midnight is to be up betimes, and deliculos sugary, thou knowest.
Yea, by my troth, I know not. But I know to be up late is to be up late.
False conclusion. I hate it as an unfilled can. Blech. To be up after midnight and to go to bed then is early. So that to go to bed after midnight is to go to bed betimes. Oh, does our lives not consist of the four elements?
So they say, but I think it rather consists of eating and drinking.
Thou art a scholar. Let us therefore eat and drink.
Here comes the fool of me.
Oh, how now, my heart?
Welcome, ass. Hey, let's have a catch.
By my troth, the fool has an excellent voice.
Oh, la 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 la.
I had rather than 40 shillings I had such a leg, and so sweet a breath to sing as the fool has. In sooth, thou wast a very gracious fooling last night when thou spokest of Equigrammatus, of the Vapians, passing the equinoctial of Quavibus. It was very good, faith. I sent thee 6 pence for thy sweetheart. That's this.
I did in petticoats thy fertility. For Malvolio's nose is no whipstock, my lady has a white hand, and the myrmidons are no bottle ale houses.
Excellent. Why, this is the best fooling when all is done. Now a song.
Here's the 6 pence from me. A song. Let's have one.
There's a testral of me, too. One night give
Would you have a love song or a song of good life?
Oh, a love song.
Aye.
Love song.
Aye, I care not for good life.
Oh, mistress mine, where are you roaming? Oh, stay and hear your true love's come, that can sing both high and low. Said that can sing both high and low. Trip no further, the pretty sweet thing. Oh, journey's end in lovers' meeting. Every wise man's son doth know. Said every wise man's son doth know.
Excellent good at faith.
Say what is love? 'Tis not hereafter. nice, no pretty. So come kiss me sweet and trendy. Use the stuff without endure. Say use the stuff will not endure.
I am true knight. Contagious breath. Very sweet and contagious. To hear by the nose, it is dulcet and contagious. But shall we make the welcome dance indeed? Shall we rouse the night owl in a catch that'll draw 3 souls out of one weaver? Shall we do that?
And you love me? Let's do it! I am a dog in a catch.
By your lady, sir, and some dogs may catch well.
Most certain. Let our catch be thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave knight. I will be constrained in it to call thee knave knight.
It's not the first time I've constrained one to call me knave. Begin, fool. It begins, hold thy peace.
I shall never begin if I hold my peace.
Oh, good, Faye. Come, begin.
Hey, hold thy peace, thou knave. I said, hold thy peace, thou knave. I said, hold thy peace, thou knave.
What cry-walling do you keep here? If my lady have not called upon her servant Malvolio and bid him turn you out of doors, never trust me.
Oh, my lady is a Catan. We are politicians. Malvolio's a pegaramze. And 3 merry men be we. Am I not consanguineous? Am I not of her blood? Tilly Valley. Lady! There dwelt a man in Babylon.
The knights and admirable fooling.
Oh, he does well enough if he be disposed, and so do I, too. He does it with a better grace, but I do it more natural.
Oh, the 12th day of December, my true love gave to me.
My master! Are you mad, or what are you? Have you no wit, manners, nor honesty, but to gabble like tinkers at this time of night? Make an alehouse my lady's home that you squeak out your cosiest catches without any mitigation or remorse of voice? Is there no respect of place, persons, nor time in you?
We did keep time, sir, in our singing. Stick up.
Mr. Toby, I must be round with you. My lady bade me tell you that though she harbours you as her kinsman, she's nothing allied to your disorders. You can separate yourself and your misdemeanors, you're welcome to the house. If not, it would please you to take your leave of her. She's very willing to bid you farewell.
Farewell, dear hearts, 'cause I must needs be gone.
Show his days are almost done.
But I shall never die.
So Toby, there you lie.
Or shall I bid him go?
What and if you do?
Or shall I bid him go and spare not?
Oh, no, 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 you dare not.
Out of time, sir, you lie! Art any more than a steward? Dost thou think because thou art virtuous, there shall be no more cakes and ale? Go, serve. Rub your chain with crumbs. Another stoop of wine, Maria.
Mistress Mary, you prize my lady's honour and anything more than contempt will not give leave for this uncivil rule. She shall know of it by this hand.
Go shake your ears.
Hey, I'll deliver my accusation to him by word of mouth!
Please, Sir Toby, please be patient for tonight. The youth of the Dukes was today with my lady. She is much out of quiet. For Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. For I cannot gull him into a nay word or make common recreation of him. Do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Possess us? Possess us? Tell us something of him.
Marry, sometimes he's a kind of Puritan.
Oh, if I saw Dad, I'd beat him like a dog.
What? For being a Puritan? By exquisite reason, dear knight?
I have no exquisite reason for it, but I have reason good enough.
The devil of Puritan that he is, or anything constantly but a time pleaser. The best persuaded of himself, so crammed as he thinks full of excellencies. It is his faith that all who look on him love him. And it is on this vice in him my revenge will find notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistolaries of love, wherein by the color of his beard, the shape of his leg, the manner of his gait, with the expression of his eye, his forehead, his complexion, he will find himself most feelingly personated. I can write very like your niece. On a forgotten matter, you can hardly tell distinction of our hands.
Oh, excellent. I smell a device.
I have it in my nose, too.
He will think by the letters that thou wilt drop that they come from my niece and that she's in love with him.
My purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
And your horse now would make him an ass.
Yes, I doubt not.
Oh, it would be admirable.
Sport royal, I warned you. I know my physic will work. I will place you two where he will find the letter. Observe his construction of it. For this night to bed, and dream on the event. Farewell.
Good night, Penthesilea.
Before me, she's a good wench.
She's a beagle true bred. And one that adores me. What of that?
I was adored once, too.
Come, let's to bed, knight. Thou hast need sin for more money.
If I cannot recover your niece, I have a foul way out.
Send for money, knight. If thou hast her not in the end, call me cut.
If I do not, never trust me. Take it how you will.
Come. Oh, come. I'll go burn some sack. It's too early to go to bed now. Come, knight. Come, come. Oh, stairs. Oh, damn it. Give me some music.
Now, good morrow, friends. Now, good Cesario, but that piece of song, that old and antique song we heard last night, we thought it did relieve my passion much more than light airs and recollected terms these most brisk and giddy-paced times. Come but one verse.
He is not here, so please your lordship, that should sing it.
Who was it?
Festa the jester, my lord, a fool that the Lady Olivia's father took much delight in. He is about the house.
Seek him out, and play the tune a while. Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt love in the sweet pangs of it, remember me. For such as I am, all true lovers are, unstayed and skittish in all motions else, save in the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How does thou like this tune?
Gives a very echo to the seat where love is throned.
To speak masterly. My life upon it, young though thou art, thine eye is stayed upon some favor that it loves. Hath it not, boy?
A little by your favor.
What kind of woman is it?
About your complexion.
She is not worth thee, then. What years of faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old, by heaven. Let still the woman take an elder than herself. so wears she to him, so sways she level in her husband's heart. For boy, however we do praise ourselves, our fancies are more giddy and unfirm, more longing, wavering, sooner lost and worn than women's are.
I think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself, while thy affection cannot hold the bent. For women are as roses, whose fair flower being once displayed doth fall the very hour.
And so they are. Alas that they are so, to die even when they to perfection grow.
Oh, fellow, come! The song we had last night. Mark it, Cesario. It is old and plain. The spinners and the knitters in the sun, and the free maids that weave their thread with bones used to chant it. It is silly sooth, and dallies with the innocence of love, like the old age.
Are you ready, sir?
I prithee sing.
Come away, death, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Fly away, breath, I am slain by a fair crewmate. My shroud of white stuck all with you. Oh, prepare it. My part of death, no one so true did share it. Not a flower sweet, on my black coffin let there be strewn. Not a friend greet, oh my poor corpse where my bones shall be thrown. A thousand sighs to say, lay me away. Sad true lover, never find my grave to weep there. No pain, sir. I take pleasure in singing, sir.
I'll pay thy pleasure then.
Truly, sir, and pleasure will be paid one time or another.
Give me now leave to lead thee.
Now the melancholy god protect thee, and the tailor make thy doublet of changeable taffeta, for thy mind is a very opal. I would have men of such constancy put to sea, that their business is everything and their intent everywhere, for that's it. That always makes a good voyage of nothing. Farewell.
Let all the rest give place. Once more, Cesario, get thee to yon same sovereign cruelty. Tell her, my love, more noble than the world, prizes not quantity of dirty lands. The parts that fortune hath bestowed upon her, tell her I hold as giddily as fortune. But 'tis that miracle and queen of gems that nature pranks her and attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you...
I cannot be so answered.
Sooth, but you must. Say there is a lady, as perhaps there is, that hath for your love as great a pang of heart as you do for Olivia. You cannot love her. You tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
There is no woman's sides can bide the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big to hold so much, they lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetite, no motion of the liver, but the palate that suffered surfeit, cloyment, and revolt. But mine is all as hungry as the sea, and can digest as much. Make no compare between that love a woman can bear me and that I owe Olivia.
Aye, but I know.
What dost thou know?
Too well what love women to men may owe. In faith they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter loved a man, as it might, perhaps, if I were a lady, I should your lordship.
What's her history?
A blank, my lord. never told her love, but let concealment, like a worm in the bud, feed on her damask cheek. She pined in thought, and with a green and yellow melancholy, she sat like Patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was not this love, my lord? We men, we may say more, swear more, but our love is more than show, for still we may prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died thy sister of her love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too, and yet I know not. Sir, shall I chew this lady?
That's the thing to her haste. Give her this jewel. Say my love can give no place. By no today.
Come thy way, Sir Andrew.
Nay, I'll come. If I lose a scruple of this sport, let me be boiled to death with melancholy.
Wouldst thou not be glad to see the miserly, rascally sheep fighter come by some notable shame?
And we do not, it is pity of our lives.
Ah, here comes the little villain. How now, my medal of India?
Get you two into the box tree. Malvolio is coming down this walk. He has been yonder in the sun practicing behavior to his own shadow this half hour. Observe him for the love of mockery, for I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of him. Close in the name of jesting. I thou there, for here comes the trout which must be caught with tickling.
'Tis but fortune. All is fortune. Maria once told me she didn't think me, and I heard her come herself thus near that, should she fancy it, should be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think on it?
Here's an overweening rogue. Slide, so beat the rogue. Peace.
To be Count Malvolio.
Oh, rogue. Pistol. Peace.
There is example for it. The lady the Strakey married the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Fie on him, Jezebel. Peace. Look how imagination blows him. Now he's deeply in.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state.
For a stone bow to hit him in the eye.
Calling my officers about me in my branch velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I have left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone! Oh, this fire and brimstone!
And then to have the humour of state, and after a demure travel of regard, telling them I know my place, as I would they should do theirs, to ask for my kinsman Toby.
Bolts and shackles! Please, bolts and shackles! Bolts and shackles!
7 of my people with an obedient start make out for him. I frown the while, and perchance wind up my watch or play with some rich toy. Toby approaches, curtsies there to me.
Shall this fellow live?
I extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard of control.
Does not Toby take you a blow of the lips then?
Saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes having cast me on your niece, give me this prerogative of speech.
What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Loud skirt! Be patient, or we'll break the sinews of our plot.
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with a foolish knight.
That's me, I warrant you.
One Sir Andrew.
I knew 'twas I, for many do call me fool.
What employment have we here?
Now it's the woodcut near the gin.
Ah, peace and the spirit of humors intimate reading aloud to him.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's and her T's. And thus she makes her great P's. 'Tis in contempt of question her hand.
Her C's, her U's, and her T's? Why that? Whoa!
To the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes, her very phrases, and the impression her decrease with which she uses to seal. 'Tis my lady. To whom should this be? By your leave, thanks.
This wind's in the river and all.
God knows I love, but who? Lips do not move, no man must know. No man must know. What follows? I may command where I adore, but silence like a Lucrece knife with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
A fustian riddle.
Excellent wench, say I.
M-O-A-I doth sway my life. Nay. But first, let me see.
What dish of poison has he dressed in?
I may command where I adore. Why, she may command me. I serve her, she is my lady. Why, this is evident to any formal capacity. There is no obstruction in this. In the end, what should that alphabetical position portend if I could make that resemble something in me? M-O-A-I?
I make up that.
M. Malvolio. M. Why, that begins my name.
Did not I tell you he would work it out? The cur is excellent at faults.
M. But then there is no consonancy in the sequel that suffers under probation. A should follow what O does.
O shall end, I hope.
Aye, or I'll cudgel him and make him cry, oh.
And then I comes behind. M-O-A-I. The simulation is not as the former. And yet, to crush it a little, it would bow to me, for every one of these letters is in my name. So, here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars, I am above thee. But be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates open their hands, let thy blood and spirit embrace them. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants. Let thy tongue trip arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. Thus advises she that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings and wished to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say remember. Go to. Thou art made if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, the fellow of servants and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell, she that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Daylight and countryside discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I will be point device the very man. For every reason excites to this. My lady loves me. I thank my stars. I am happy. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings and cross-gartered, even with the swiftness of putting on. God on my stars be praised. Here is yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose but know who I am. If thou entertainst my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well, therefore in my presence still smile, dear my sweet, I prithee. God, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do everything that thou wilt have me.
I could marry this wench for this device. So could I, too. And ask no other dowry but such another jest. Nor I neither. Oh, look, here comes my noble gold catcher. Wilt thou set thy foot on my neck? Or mine either? Shall I play my freedom at train trip and become thy bond slave? It may, nor I either. Oh, thou hast put him in such a dream that when the image of it leaves him, he must run mad.
They say that truth doesn't work upon him.
Like aqua vitae with a midwife.
If you will then see the fruits of the sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, a color she abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests. And he will smile upon her, which will be so unsuitable to her disposition, addicted to a melancholy as she is, that it cannot but turn him into a notable contempt. Oh, you will see it, follow me.
Unto the gates of Charger, thou most excellent devil of wit!
I'll go with them.
Save thee, friend, and thy music. Dost thou live by the tabor?
No, sir, I live by the church.
Art thou a churchman?
No such matter, sir. I do live by the church, for I do live at my house, and my house does stand by the church.
So thou mayest say the king lies by a beggar if a beggar dwell near him, or that the church stand by thy tabor if thy tabor stand by thy church.
You have said, sir, to see this age. A sentence is but a chevron glove to a good wit. How quickly the wrong side may be turned outward.
Nay, that's certain. They that dally nicely with words may quickly make them wanton.
I would therefore, my sister, it had no name, sir.
Why, man?
Why, sir, her name's a word, and to dally with that word might make my sister wanton.
Art not thou the Lady Olivia's fool?
No, indeed, sir. The Lady Olivia has no folly. She will keep no fool, sir, till she be married. And fools are as like husbands as sardines are to herrings. The husband's the bigger. No, I am indeed not her fool, but her corrupter of words.
I saw thee late at the Duke Orsino's.
Foolery, sir. Does walk about the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere.
There's expense for thee.
Now God in his next commodity of hair sing thee a beard.
By my troth, I'm almost sick for one. Although I would not have it grow on my chin. Is my lady within?
Would not a pair of these have bread, sir?
Yes, being kept together and put to use.
I would play Lord Pandarus of Phrygia to bring a Cressida to this Troilus.
I understand you, sir. 'Tis well begged.
My lady is within. I will conster to them whence you come. Who you are, and what you would, are out of my welcome.
Save you, gentlemen.
And you, sir.
Do vous garde, monsieur?
Voici votre serviteur.
I hope, sir, you are, and I am yours.
Will you encounter the house, sir? My niece's desires you should enter, if your trade be to her.
I am bound to your niece, sir. I mean, she is the list of my voyage.
Taste thy legs. Put them to motion.
My legs do better understand me, sir, than I understand what you mean by bidding me taste my legs.
I mean, to go, sir, to enter.
I will answer you with gate and entrance. But we are prevented. Most excellent, accomplished lady, the heavens rain odors on you.
Rain odors? Well.
My matter hath no voice, but to your own most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
Odors? Pregnant? And vouchsafed.
Let the garden doors be shut, and leave me to my hearing. Give me your hand, sir.
My duty, madam, and most humble service.
What is your name, sir?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant, sir. 'Twas never merry world since lowly feigning was called compliment. Your servant to the Duke Orsino, you.
And he is yours, and he must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
Oh, for him I think not on him. For his thoughts I would they were blanks rather than filled with me.
I come to whet your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
By your leave, I pray you, I bade you never speak of him again. But would you undertake another suit? Oh, I had rather hear you to solicit that than music from the spheres.
Sweet lady.
Give me leave to beseech you. I did, after the last enchantment you did here, send a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servants, and I fear me you. Under your hard construction must I sit, to force that on you in such a shameful cunning which you knew none of yours. What might you think? Have you not baited mine honor at the stake, and beaten it with all of the unmuzzled thoughts that tyrannous heart can think? To one of your receiving enough is shown. A window, not a bosom, hides my heart. Let me hear you think.
I pity you.
Well, that's a degree to love?
No, not a grise, for 'tis a vulgar proof that very oft we be enemies.
Well then, methinks 'tis time to smile again. Oh, world, how apt the poor are to be proud. Oh, the clock upbraids me with the waste of time. Fear not, gentle youth, I will not have you. But when wit and youth come to harvest, your wife is like to reap a proper man. There lies your way, due west.
Then westward ho! Grace and good disposition attend your ladyship. Ill nothing, madam, to my lord by me?
Stay! I prithee, tell me what thou thinkst of me.
That you do think you are not what you are.
If I think so, I think the same of you.
Then think you right, I am not what I am.
I would you were what I would have you be.
Would it be better, madam, than I am? I wish it might, for now I am your fool.
Oh, what a deal of scorn looks beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip. A murderous guilt shows not itself more soon than love that would seem hid. Love's night is noon. Cesario, by the roses of the spring, by maidhood, honor, truth, and everything, I love thee so, that despite all thy pride, nor wit, nor reasons can my passion hide. Do not extort thy reasons from this clause, for that I woo thou therefore hast no cause, but rather reason thus, with reason better. Love sought is good, by giving unsought better.
By innocence I swear, and by my youth, I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth, that no woman has, nor never none, shall mistress be of it save I alone. So adieu, good madam, nevermore shall I my master's tears to you deplore.
Well, come again! For thou mayest perhaps move that heart that now abhors
dear Venom, give thy reason.
Mary, I saw your niece do more favors to the Duke's serving man than ever she bestowed upon me. I saw it in the orchard.
Well, did she see thee, the wild old boy? Tell me that.
As plain as I see you now.
Oh, this was a great argument of love in her towards you.
Slight, will you make an ass of me?
She did show favor to the youth in your sight in order to exasperate you, to awake your dormouse valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You should have accosted her, and with some excellent jests, fire new from the mint. You should have banged the youth into dumbness. This was looked to by your hand, and this was bought. The double guilt of the opportunity you let time wash off, and you're now sailed into the north of my niece's opinion, where you'll hang like an icicle from a Dutchman's beard. Unless you do redeem it by some laudable attempt either of valor or policy.
And it be anyway, it must be with valor. Policy I hate.
Well, then build me thy fortunes upon the basis of valor. Challenge me the Duke's youth to fight with him. Hurt him in 11 places. My niece will take note, and assure thyself there is no love broker in the world can more prevail in love's commendation with man and woman than report of valor.
Will you bear me a challenge to him?
Go, write it on a martial hand. Be cursed and brief. It's no matter how witty, so it be eloquent and full of invention. Taunt him with the license of ink. Go, about it. I'll let there be gall enough in thy ink, though thou write with a goose pen. About it.
Where shall I find you?
I'll call thee at the bedchamber. Get! Oh, for Andrew, if he were opened and you found so much blood in his liver that would clog the foot of a flea, I'll eat the rest of the anatomy. Look where the youngest friend of mine comes.
If you desire the spleen and would laugh yourself into stitches, follow me. Yon Go Malvolio is turned heathen, a very renegado. He's in yellow stockings.
And cross-gartered?
Most villainous. He does obey every point of the letter I dropped to betray him. He does smile his face into more lines than is in the new map with the augmentation of the Indies. You've not seen such a thing as this?
Come, bring us where he is.
I would not by my will have troubled you, but since you make your pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire more sharp than filet steel did spur me forth, and not all love to see you, though so much as might have drawn one to a longer voyage. But jealousy, what might befall your travel? Being skillless in these parts, which to a stranger, unguided and unfriended, often prove rough and unhospitable. My willing love, though rather by these arguments of fear, set forth in your pursuit.
Oh, my kind Antonio, I can no other answer make but thanks, and ever thanks, and oft good terms are shuffled off with such uncurrent pay. But were my worth, as is my conscience firm, you should find better dealing. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir. Best first go see your lodging.
I am not weary, it is long tonight, I pray you. Let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and the things of fame that do renown this city.
Would you pardon me? I do not without danger walk these streets. Once in a sea fight against the Duke his galleys, I did some service, of such note indeed that were I ta'en here, it would scarce be answered.
Do not then walk too open.
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir. Here's my purse. In the south suburbs at the Elephant is best to lodge. I will bespeak our diet, while you beguile the time and feed your knowledge with viewing of the town. There shall you have me.
Why I your purse?
Haply, your eye shall light upon some toy you have desire to purchase, and your store, I think, is not for idle markets, sir.
I'll be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour. To the Elephant, I do remember.
I have sent after him. He says he'll come. What shall I feast him? How bestow on him? For youth is bought more often begged or borrowed. I talk too loud. Where's Malvolio? He is sad and civil and suits well for a servant with my fortune. Where is Malvolio?
Oh, he's coming, madam, but in very strange manner. 'Tis sure he is possessed.
Well, what is the matter? Does he rave?
No, madam, he does nothing but smile. Your ladyship should have a care about her if he should come, for sure he is tainted in his wits.
Well, go get him hither, for I am as mad as he, of sad and merry madness equal be.
Sweet lady, ho ho!
Smilest thou? I sent for thee on a sad occasion.
Sad lady? I could be sad. This does make for some obstruction of the blood, this cross-gartering, but not of that. To please the eye of one, it is with me as the very true sun it is. Please one, and please all.
Lord, how dost thou, man? What is the matter with thee?
Not black in my mind, or yellow in my legs. It did come to his hand, and commands shall be executed. I think we do know the sweet Roman hand.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
Bed? Aye, sweetheart, I'll come to thee.
God comfort thee!
How do you, Malvolio?
Why you smile so and kiss thy hand so oft?
At your request.
Why do you appear with such ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well read.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great.
Huh?
Some achieve greatness.
What meanest thou?
And some have greatness thrust.
Heaven restore thee!
Remember, who commanded thy yellow stocking?
My yellow stocking?
Wish to see thee cross-gartered?
Cross-gartered? Why, this is very midsummer madness!
The young gentleman at the two Orsino's has returned. I could hardly entreat him back. He attends your ladyship's pleasure.
I'll come to him. Good Maria, let this fellow be looked to. Where's my cousin Toby? Have some of my people take a very special care of him. I would not have him miscarry for the half my dowry.
Oh, you come near me now. No worse man than Sir Toby to look to me. This concurs directly with a letter she sends him on purpose that I may appear stubborn to him, for she incites me to that in the letter. I have snared her. And when she went away then, let this fellow be looked to. Fellow, not Malvolio, not after my degree, but fellow. Well, everything adheres together. No dram of a scruple, no obstruction, no incredulous or unsafe circumstance. What can be said? Nothing that can be can come between me and the full prospect of my hopes. Well, God, not I, is the doer of this, and he is to be
Which way is he in the name of sanctity? If all the devils of hell be drawn in little, and Legion himself possessed him, yet I'll speak to him.
Here he is.
How do you, Malvolio? How do you, Malvolio?
Go off! I discard you.
Lo,
Let
how
me
hollow,
enjoy my private. Go off!
lo, how hollow the fiend within him speaks. Did not I tell you, Sir Toby, my lady prays you to have a care of him.
Oh, look, peace. We must deal gently with him. Let me alone. Why, how do you, Malvolio? How's with you, man? What man defy the devil? Consider he's an enemy to mankind.
You know what you say?
La, you, and you speak devil, see how he takes it at heart. Pray he be not bewitched.
How now, mistress?
Prithee, keep thy peace. Ah, this is not the way. Do you not see that we move him? Let me alone with him. Why, how now, my ball cock? How dost thou chuck?
Sir.
Aye, Biddy, come with me. What, man? 'Tis not for gravity to play at cherry pet with Satan!
Go hang yourself. Go. You are idle, shallow things. I am not of your element. You shall know more hereafter.
Oh, if this were played upon a stage, I could conceive it as an improbable fiction.
Oh, his very genius have taken the infection of the device.
Oh, nay, pursue him before the device take air and taint.
We shall make him mad indeed.
Oh, the house will be the quieter.
Come. We'll have him in a dark room and bound. My niece is already of the opinion he's mad. We shall carry it thus, for our pleasure and his penance, till our pastime, tired, out of breath, prompt us to have mercy upon him, at which time we'll carry the device to the bar and crown thee for a binder of madmen. But see.
Here's the challenge. Read it. I warrant there's vinegar and pepper in it.
Oh, is it so saucy?
Aye, yes, I warrant him. Do but read.
Gimme. Youth, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good and valiant.
Wonder not, nor admire not in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I will show no reason for it.
A good note that keeps you from the blow of the law.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly, but thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
A brief note, and to exceedingly good senselessness.
I will waylay thee going home, where if it be thy chance to kill me,
Good.
thou killest me like a rogue and a villain.
Still you keep on the windy side of the law.
Fare thee well, and may God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy on mine, but my hope is better, and so look to thyself. Thy friend, as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Aguecheek. If this letter move him not, his legs cannot. I'll give it him.
Oh, you may have a chance yet. He is in some commerce with my lady, and he will by and by depart.
Go, Sir Andrew, scout me for him at the corner of the orchard like a bum bailey. So soon as ever thou seest him, draw, and as thou drawest, swear horrible.
Nay, let me alone for swearing.
Now will not I deliver his letter, for the behavior of the young gentleman gives him out to be of good capacity in breeding. Therefore, this letter, being so excellently ignorant, will breed no terror in the youth. He will find it comes from a clodpole. But I will deliver his challenge by word of mouth. Set upon Aguecheek a notable report of valor, and this will drive the gentleman, as I know his youth will aptly receive it, into a most hideous opinion of his rage, skill, fury, and impetuosity. This will so fright them both that they will kill one another by the look like cockatrices.
Oh, well, here he comes with your niece. Give them way till he takes leave, then presently after them.
I will meditate the while upon some horrid challenge for him.
I have set too much unto a heart of stone, and laid mine honor to one cherry on it. What shall you ask of me that I'll deny?
Nothing but this, your true love for my master.
How with mine honor may I give that to him that I have given to you?
I will acquit you.
We'll come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. A fiend like thee will bear my soul to hell.
Gentlemen, God save you.
And you, sir.
That defense thou hast, betake thee to it. Of what nature the wrongs are thou hast done, I know not, but thy interceptor, full of despite, bloody as the hunter, attends thee at the orchard's end. Dismount thy tuck, be prompt in thy preparation, for thy assailant is quick, skillful, and deadly.
You mistake, sir. I'm sure no man hath any quarrels in me. My remembrance is very clear and free from any image of offense done to any man.
You'll find it otherwise, I assure you. Therefore, if you hold your life at any price, betake you to your guard, for your opponent hath in him what youth, strength, skill, and wrath can furnish man withal.
I pray you, sir, what is he?
He is knight, dubbed with unhatched weapon, but he is a devil in private brawl. Souls and bodies hath he divorced 3, and his incensement at this moment is so implacable that satisfaction can be none but by pangs of death and sepulchre.
This is as uncivil as strange. I beseech you, do me this courteous office as to find out from Sir Knight what my offense to him is. It is something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I know the knight is incensed against you even to a mortal arbitrament, but nothing of the circumstance more.
I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
Oh, he is indeed the most skillful, bloody, and fatal opposite that you could possibly have found in any part of Illyria. Towards him, I will make your peace with him if I can.
I'll be much bound to you for it. I'm one who'd rather go with Sir Priest than Sir Knight. I care not who knows so much of my mettle.
Why, man, he's a very devil! I've not seen such a farrago. I've had a pass with him, weapon and all, and he gives me the stuck in with such a mortal motion that it is inevitable. They say he's been fencer to the Sophie.
Fox on it! I'll not meddle with him!
Oh, aye, but he will not now be pacified. I can scarce hold him yonder.
Plague on it! Let him let the matter slip, and I'll give him my horse. Mile to Gap boys, howdy!
I'll make the motion. Stand here, make a good show on it. This shall end without the perdition of souls. Come, sir, there is no remedy. He will fight you for his oath's sake. Mary, he had better bethought him of his quarrel. He finds that now scarce to be worth talking of. Therefore, draw. For the supportance of his vow, he protests he will not hurt you.
I pray God defend me. A little thing would make me tell them how much I lack of a man.
Come, Sir Andrew, there's no remedy. The gentleman will fight you for his honor's sake. He cannot fight the duello. Avoid it. But he has promised me, as he is a gentleman and a soldier, he will not hurt you. Come on.
Oh, pray God he keep his oath.
I do assure you 'tis against my will.
Put up your bet! If this young gentleman have done offense, I take the fault on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
You, sir? Why, who are you?
One, sir, that for his love dares yet do more than you have heard him brag to you he will.
Nay, if you be a meddler, I am for you.
Oh, good Sir Joe, behold! Here comes the officer!
I'll be with you in a minute.
Antonio,
me, sir.
No, sir, no jot. I know your favor well, though now you have no sea cap on your head.
I must obey. This comes with seeking you, but there's no remedy. I shall answer it. What will you do now my necessity makes me to ask you for my purse? It grieves me much more for what I cannot do for you than what befalls myself. You stand amazed, but be of comfort.
Come, sir. Away.
I must entreat of you some of that money.
But money, sir, for the fair kindness you have showed me here, and being prompted by your present trouble, for my lean and low ability, I'll lend you something. My having is not much. I'll make division of my present with you. Hold, there's half my coffer.
Would you deny me now? Is it possible that my deserts to you can lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery, lest I become so unsound a man as to upbraid you with those kindnesses that I have done for you.
I know of none, nor know I you by voice or any other feature.
Come, sir, I pray you go.
Let me speak a little. This youth that you see here, I snatched one half out of the jaws of death, relieved him with such sanctity of love, and to his image, which methought did promise most venerable worth, did I devotion.
What is that to us? The time goes by away.
But oh, how vile an idol proves this god! Thou hast, Sebastian, done good feature shame. In nature, there is no blemish but the mind. None can be called deformed but the unkind. Virtue is beauty, but the beauteous evil are empty trunks flourished by the devil.
The man grows mad. Away with you, sir. Come, sir.
Lead me on.
Methinks his words do from such passion fly, that he believes himself. So do not I. Prove true imagination, oh, prove true, that I, dear brother, be not taken for you. He named Sebastian, I, my brother, know, yet living in my glass, even such and so. In favor was my brother, and he went still in this fashion, color, ornament. For him I imitate. Oh, if it prove tempests are kind, and salt waves fresh in love.
Dishonest, paltry boy, and more a coward than a hare. His dishonesty appears in him leaving his friend here in necessity and denying him.
Slide all after him again and beat him.
Do! Cuff him soundly, but, never draw thy weapon.
And I do not.
I dare lay any money. 'Twill be nothing yet.
You make me believe that I am not sent for you.
Go. Hey, foolish Greek, all right? Thou knowest not me.
Well held out in faith. No, I do not know you. Nor I am not sent to you by my lady to come bid you speak with her. Nor your name is not Master Cesario. Nor this is not my nose neither. Nothing that is so is so.
Vent thy folly somewhere else.
Vent my folly. He has heard that word of some great man and now applies it to a fool. Vent my folly. I prithee now, ungird thy strangeness and tell me what I shall vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish Greek, depart from thee. Look, there's money for thee. If you tarry longer, I shall give worse payment.
Now, sir, have I met you again? There's for you.
Oh! Why, there's for thee, and there, and there. Are all the people mad?
Come, sir. Hold, or I'll throw your dagger over the roof.
This will I tell my lady straight. I would not be in some of your coats for tuppence.
Hold, sir.
Nay, let him alone. I'll have an action of battery against him if there be any law in Illyria. I struck him first. There's no matter for that.
Let go thy hand.
Come, sir, I will not let go. Come, my young soldier, put up your iron.
I will be free of thee. What wouldst thou now? If thou darest tempt me further, swing thy bat.
What?
What?
Hey then. I must have an ounce or two of this malapert blood from you.
Hold, Toby, on thy life, I charge thee hold!
Madam?
Will it be ever thus? Ungracious wretch, fit for the mountains and barbarous caves where manners ne'er were preached. Out of my sight! Be not offended, dear Cesario. Roots be gone! I prithee, gentle friend, let thy fair wisdom not thy passion sway in this uncivil, unjust assault against thy peace. Go with me to my house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath botched up, that thou thereby mayest smile at this. Thou shalt not choose but go.
What relish is this? Oh, how runs the stream? Or am I mad, or else this is a dream? Oh, let sense be still in my fancy sleep. Oh, if he be thus to dream, still let me sleep.
Nay, come, I prithee. Would thou be ruled by me? Don't say so and say thee!
Put on this robe and this beard, and make him believe thou art Sir Topaz, the curate.
I will put it on and dissemble myself in it. And I would I were the first that ever dissembled in such a gown.
Oh, God bless thee, Master Parson.
What ho I say? Peace in this prison.
Benefits well, a knave, a good knave.
Who calls there?
Sir Topaz the curate, who comes to visit Master Malvolio the lunatic.
Sir Topaz? Good Sir Topaz, go to my lady.
Oh, hyperbolical fiend, how vexest thou this man? Talkest thou nothing but of ladies?
Well said, Master Parson.
Sir Topaz, never was man thus wronged. Good Sir Topaz, do not think I am mad. They have laid me here in hideous darkness.
Fie, thou dishonest Satan! Sayest thou that house is dark?
As hell, Sir Topaz.
Why, it hath bay windows transparent as barricados, and clerestories toward the south-north as lustrous as ebony, and yet complainest thou of obstruction?
I'm not mad, Sir Topaz. I say to you, this house is dark.
Madman, thou errest. I say there is no darkness but ignorance, in which thou art more puzzled than the Egyptians in their fog.
I say this house is as dark as ignorance, though ignorance were as dark as hell. And I say there was never man so abused. I am no more mad than you are. Make the trial of it in any constant question.
What is the opinion of Pythagoras concerning wild fowl?
That the soul of a grandam might happily inhabit a bird?
What thinkest thou of his opinion?
I think nobody of the soul in no way approve his opinion.
Oh, very well.
Oh.
Remain thou still in darkness. Thou shalt hold the opinion of Pythagoras ere I will allow thy wits. And fear to kill a woodcock lest thou dispossesses thy grandam.
Oh,
very well.
Sir Topaz! Sir Topaz!
My most exquisite Sir Topaz.
Nay, I am for all waters.
Oh, thou mightst have done this without thy beard and thy robe. He sees thee not.
To him in thine own voice, and bring me word how thou find'st him. I would we were well rid of this knavery. If he were conveniently delivered, I would he were. For I am now so far in offense with my niece that I cannot with any safety pursue this sport the upshot. Come by to my chamber.
Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how my lady does.
Fool?
My lady isn't kind purdy.
Fool?
Alas, why is she so?
Fool, I say.
loves another. Who calls, sir?
Oh, good fool, as ever thou wilt deserve well at my hand, help me to a candle and pen, paper, and ink. As I am a gentleman, I will live to be thankful to thee for it.
Master Malvolio.
Aye, good fool.
Alas, sir, how fell you beside your 5 wits?
Fool, there was never man so notoriously abused. I am as well in my wits as thou art, fool.
But as well, then you are mad indeed if you are no better in your wits than a fool.
I tell thee, I am as well in my wits as any man in Illyria.
Well a day that you were, sir.
By this hand. I am. Good fool. Some ink, paper, and light, and convey what I will set down to my lady. It will advantage thee better than ever the bearing of letter did.
I will help you to it.
I prithee, be gone.
I'm gone, sir, and anon, sir, I'll be with you again. In a trice like to the old fights, you need to assist. With dagger of lad, he's raging his wrath, cries a heart to the devil, like a mad lad, pen thy nails mad. Adieu, good man, devil.
This is the air, and that is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me, I do feel it and see it, though 'tis wonder that enwraps me thus. Yet 'tis not madness. Oh, where is Antonio then? I could not find him at the Elephant. Yet there he was, and there I know he ranged the town to seek me out. Oh, his counsel now might do me golden service. For though my soul disputes well with my sense, this may be some error, but no madness. Yet doth this accident and flood of fortune so far exceed all instance, all discourse, that I am ready to distrust mine eyes and wrangle with the reason to any other persuasion but that I am mad, or else the lady is mad. Yet if 'twere so, she could not sway her house, command her followers, take and give back affairs in their dispatch with such a smooth, discreet, and stable bearing, as I believe she does. There's something in it that is deceivable. Oh, but here, the lady comes.
Blame not this haste of mine. If you mean well, now go with me and before this holy man into the chantry by, and there, before him and underneath that consecrated roof, plight me the full assurance of thy faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. He shall conceal it, whilst you are willing it will come to note what time we will our celebrations keep, according to my birth. What do you say?
I'll follow this good man and go with you. And having sworn truth, ever will be true.
Then lead the way, good father, and heaven so shine that they may note this fairly act of mine.
Belonging to the Lady Olivia, friend.
Aye, sir, I am one of her trappings.
I know thee well. How dost thou, my good fellow?
Truly, sir, the better for my foes, and the worse for my friends.
Just the contrary, the better for thy friends.
No, sir, the worse.
How can that be?
Marry, sir, they praise me and make an ass of me. Now, my foes tell me plainly I am an ass, so that by my foes, sir, I profit in the knowledge of myself, and by my friends, I am abused.
Why, this is excellent.
By my troth, sir, no. Though it please you to be one of my friends.
Thou shalt not be the worse for me. There's gold.
Oh, that it would be a double dealing, sir. I would you could make it another.
Oh, you give me ill counsel.
Put your grace in your pocket, sir, for this once, and let your flesh and blood obey it.
Well, I'll be so much a sinner to be a double dealer. There's another. If you'll let your lady know I'm here to speak with her and bring her along with you, it may awake my bounty further.
Marry, sir, let your bounty take a nap. I will wake it anon.
Here comes the man, sir, that did rescue me.
That face of his I do remember well. Yet when I saw it last, it was besmeared as black as Vulcan in the smoke of war. What's the matter?
Orsino, this is that Antonio that took the Phoenix and her freight from Crete. And this is he that did the tiger board when your young nephew Titus lost his leg. Here in the streets, desperate of shame and state, did I apprehend him.
He did me kindness, sir, drew on my side.
Notable pirate, thou saltwater thief, what foolish boldness brought thee to their mercies, whom thou, in terms so bloody and so dear, hast made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased, I shake off these names you give me. Antonio never yet was thief or pirate, though I confess on base and ground enough, Orsino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither, that most ingrateful boy there by your side, from the rude seas in rage and foamy mouth did I redeem. A rack past hope he was. His life I gave him, and did thereto add my love, without retention or restraint, drew to defend him when he was beset, where, being apprehended, his false cunning, not meaning to partake with me in danger, taught him to face me out of his acquaintance and grew a 20 years removed thing while one would wink. Denied me mine own purse, which I recommended to his use not half an hour before.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord, and for 3 months before. No interim, not a minute's vacancy. Both day and night did we keep company.
Here comes the Countess. Now heaven walks on earth. But for thee, fellow, thy words are madness. 3 months this youth hath tended upon me. But more of that anon. Take him aside.
What would my lord, but that he may not have, wherein Olivia may seem serviceable? Cesario, you do not keep promise with me.
Madam?
What do you say,
Gracious
Cesario?
Olivia.
Good, my lord.
My lord would speak. My duty hushes me.
If it be to the old tune, my lord, it is as fat and fulsome to mine ears as howling after music.
Still so cruel?
Still so constant, lord.
What, to reverse this? You, uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my soul, the faithfulest offerings have breathed out that ere devotion tendered. What shall I do?
Even what shall please my lord, that shall become him.
Why should I not? Had I the heart to do it, like the Egyptian thief, at point of death, kill what I love. A savage jealousy that sometimes savors nobly. But hear me this. Since you to non-regardance cast my faith, and that I partly know the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favor, leave you the marble-breasted tyrant still. But this, your minion, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear I tender dearly, him will I tear out of that cruel eye where he sits crowned in his master's spite. Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are ripe in mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I do love, despite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I most jock and ashen willingly to give you rest 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him I love, more than I love these eyes, more than my life, more by all mores than ever I shall love wife.
Me detested! How am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Is it so long? Call forth the Holy Father.
Come away.
Whither, my lord? Cesario! Husband! Stay!
Husband?
Aye, husband. Can he that deny?
Her husband, sirrah.
Oh, my lord, not I.
Alas, it is the baseness of thy fear that makes thee strangle thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario, hold thy fortunes up. Be that thou art, be that thou knowest thou art, and then thou art as great as that thou fearest. Oh, Father, welcome, Father. Father, I charge thee, by your reverence, and here to unfold what thou dost know hath newly passed between this youth and me.
A contract of eternal bond of love strengthened by the joinder of your hands. And everything about this.
O thou dissembling cub, what wilt thou be when time is so to grizzle on thy case? Or will in us thy craft so quickly grow that thine own trip shall be thine overthrow? Farewell, and take her, but direct thy feet where thou and I henceforth may never meet!
My lord, I do protest! No, do not swear! Hold little faith, though thou hast too much fear!
For the love of God, a surgeon! Send one presently to Sir Toby!
What's the matter?
Has broke my head across and has given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb, too!
Well, who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Duke's gentleman, one Cesario! We took him for a coward, but he's the very devil incarnate!
My gentleman, Cesario?
Odds likelings, here he is! You broke my head for nothing, and that I did. I was sent on to do it by Sir Toby.
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your weapon upon me without cause, but I bespake you fair and hurt you not.
If a bloody coxcomb be a hurt, you have hurt me. Here comes Sir Toby, halty. You shall hear more. But if he had not been in drink, he would have tickled you other gates than he did.
How now, gentlemen, how is it with you?
What you will. Oh, has hurt me. And there's the end on it. Sot! Did see Dick Surgeon, Sot?
Oh, he's drunk. Sir Toby an hour agone, his eyes were crossed at 8 in the morning.
Oh, well, then he's a rogue. And a drunken rogue at that. Oh, I hate a drunken rogue.
Who has made this havoc with them?
I'll help you, Sir Toby, because you and I will be dressed together.
Will you help an asshead and a coxcomb and a knave, a thin-faced knave, a gull?
Get them to bed and let the hurt be looked at.
Ow! Oh.
I am sorry, madam. I have hurt your kinsman, but had it been the blood of my blood, I would have done no less with wit and safety. You throw a strange regard upon me. Well, that I perceive I have offended you. Oh, forgive me, sweet one, even for the vows we made each other but so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and two persons. A natural perspective that is and is not.
Antonio? Oh, my dearest Antonio! Oh, how the hours racked and tortured me since I have lost thee.
Sebastian, are you?
Fear saw that, Antonio?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple cleft in two is not more twin than these two creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful!
Do I stand there? I never had a brother, nor can there be in the deity of nature of here and everywhere. I had a sister whom the blind wages and surges have devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What countryman, what name, what parentage?
Of Messalene. Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother too. So went he suited to his watery tomb. The spirits can take both form and suit. You come to fright us.
Spirit I am indeed. Oh, not to mention it, grossly clad. Were you a woman, as the rest goes even, I would let my tears fall upon your cheek and say, thrice welcome, drowned Viola.
Then if nothing left to make us happy both, but this my masculine usurped attire, then I am Viola. I was preserved to serve this noble duke. All the occurrence of my fortune since hath been between this lady and this lord.
And so comes it, lady, you have been mistook. What nature nor bias drew in that? You would have been contracted to a maid.
If this be so, as yet the glass seems true, I shall have share of this most happy wreck. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times thou never shouldst love woman like to me.
and all those sayings will I overswear, and all those swearings prove as true to soul as does that orbit continent the fire that severs day from night.
Give me thy hand, and let me see thee in thy woman's clothes.
The captain that did bring me first on shore hath my maid's garment. He upon some action is now in prison at Malvolio's suit.
He shall enlarge him. Fetch Malvolio hither. And yet, alas, now I do remember me. They say, poor gentleman, he's much distraught. The most extracting frenzy of mine own, from my remembrance, clearly banished his. How is he, sirrah?
Truly, madam, he holds Beelzebub at the stave's end, as well as a man in his casemate. Has he writ a letter to you? I should have given it to you today morn, but as a madman's epistles are no gospel, so it skills not much when they are delivered.
Open it and read it.
Look then to be well edified when the fool delivers the madman.
By the Lord, man!
How art thou, man? Are you mad?
No, madam, I do but read madness, and your ladyship will have it as it ought to be. You must allow vox.
I prithee read it in thy right wit.
So I do, Madonna, but to read his right wits is to read thus. Therefore prepend, my princess, and give ear.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you have put me into darkness and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet have I the benefit of my senses as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance I put on, with the which I doubt not, but to do myself much right or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty, a little unthought of, and speak out of my injury. The madly used Malvolio.
Did he write this?
Aye, madam.
This savors not much of distraction.
If it so please you, my lord, these things further thought on to think me as well a sister as a wife. One day we'll crown the alliance on it, so please you, here at my house and at my proper cost.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you. Your master quits you. Service done so much against the mettle of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding. And since you called me master for so long, here is my hand. You shall from this time be your master's mistress.
A sister, you are she.
Is this the madman?
Aye, my lord, the same. How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you have done me wrong. Notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No!
Maybe you have. Pray you peruse that letter. You must not now deny it is your hand. You say it is not your seal, not your invention. You can say none of that. Well, grant it then, and tell me, in the modesty of honour, why you gave me such clear lights of favour. Made me come smiling and cross-gartered to you, to put on yellow stockings, and to frown upon Sir Toby and the lighter people, and acting this in an obedient hope, why you suffered me to be imprisoned, kept in a dark house, visited by the priest, and made the most notorious geck and gull that e'er invention played on. Tell me, why?
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing. Though I confess much like the character, but without doubt, 'tis Maria's hand. And now I do bethink me, it was she first told me thou wast mad. Prithee be content. This practice has most shrewdly been passed upon thee. For when we know the grounds and authors of it, you shall be both the judge and the plaintiff in this for your own cause.
Oh, good madam, hear me speak, and let no quarrel nor no brawl to come taint the condition of this present hour, which I have wondered at. In the hope it will not, most freely I confess. myself and Toby set forth this device against Malvolio here under some scrupulous and uncourteous parts we conceived against him. I writ that letter at Sir Toby's great importance, in recompense for which he hath married me. How it with sportful malice it followed may rather pluck on laughter than revenge, if that injuries be justly weighed on both sides have passed.
Oh, poor fool, how have they baffled thee?
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrown upon them. I was once there in this interlude, once or topaz, sir, but that's all one. By the Lord, fool, I am not mad, but do you remember, madam, why laugh you at such a barren rascal, and smile not his gag? And thus the whirligig of time brings in his revenges.
I'll be revenged on the whole pack of you.
He hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue him and entreat him to a peace. He hath not told us of the captain yet. When that is known and golden time convents, a solemn combination shall be made of our dear souls. Meanwhile, sweet sister, we will not part from hence. Cesario, come. For so you shall be while you are still a man. But when in other habits you are seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen.
Thing was but a joy for the rain. It raineth every day. In snakes and sheets, men shut their gates. Came on to my